Good morning, everyone. It's Daniel. Beautiful sunrise behind me. It's like 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning, up and ready to go. This is our palm tree. This is Ike. He's a little guy. I went to Florida a couple weeks ago to visit my parents, and I brought this back. They actually had these in the airport in a little box to give to Dan. So we just got it planted. So I want to talk a little bit about an issue that I was recently reminded of from watching actually the Olympics of all things. And it specifically came into my head because of Adam Rippon, the men's figure skater. I've been seeing a lot of interviews with him, and he's been really vocal and adamant about his journey, which I think is awesome to hear somebody sharing so candidly about their struggles in life, as well as, of course, their successes. And one thing that really struck out to me was hearing about his journey with body image and disordered eating. And, being in figure skating as he is, where looks, appearance, the way your body is shaped is so important to getting that gold medal or not getting that gold medal, he put a lot of pressure on himself to maintain a certain physique and even push himself into maybe an unhealthy physique. So he would resort to eating, drinking lots of coffee, each with 6 Splendas. That was his energy. And then I think he would eat something like 3 pieces of bread for the whole day, which is not a lot of food, especially when you are doing that kind of intense work that you do when you train for the Olympics. And it reminded me of my journey too with body image and maybe a little bit of disordered eating in the past. It's a really easy mindset to fall into. And something that a figure skater said that stuck with me was that the hunger made them feel like they were stronger than their competitors. And I thought that was really interesting, how we can make ourselves hungry and we can put ourselves in situations that aren't good for us, and yet they make us feel strong because we're in control. So for me, I guess a struggle, I don't know. I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, small, rural, and I was gay, and I didn't know any gay people growing up, and I went to a really teeny tiny Christian school, and it was definitely a challenge for me, not having a clear path of who I was going to be, the person I even wanted to be. I was very religious, and I thought I was going to be a music pastor in a church. I was actually the chaplain of the school for 2 years, junior and senior year, so I was very involved in the church. But I knew I was different, and I knew that something was up. I wasn't like other people. And I resorted to disorderly eating to have that feeling of control. I remember being really upset with the fact that I knew I was different. And instead of confronting the issue, because it was scary and I was afraid it would be really painful, I chose not to eat a lot. And I would always say, oh, I'm not hungry, even though I was hungry. And it made me feel so powerful to have that struggle and to be in control of that struggle. I never was probably unhealthily skinny. Maybe I'm sure I robbed myself of some healthy meals and good nutrients that I could have used when I was a teenager. Thankfully, it never became a huge issue for me. And as I got out of the situation of my high school and got into college and started to meet other people and discover myself, it wasn't an issue for me anymore. But I was really reminded of the struggle that can take place with disordered eating and how it can be so tough, because often it's a product of something else that we're not dealing with. And obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but from my own experience and from hearing others' experience, it's something that we do to ourselves so we can feel in control. So I share my story on YouTube. I put it out there to encourage you. If you are going through something like this, know that you are absolutely not alone. Millions of people struggle with this. I think it's fantastic that public figures like Adam Rippon use their global platform to share the highs and the lows of their life so that they can be a beacon for other people. Unfortunately, when I was younger, I graduated in 2007. We didn't have a lot of those figures in the media being that picture of what it's like to be a successful and fulfilled gay person. And if you're a young person today, know that you are not alone, and know that there have been many people on the journey that you are on, and that there is hope, and that it does get better. Feel free to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything going on. And if you would like to leave a comment and share words of encouragement or tell a little bit of your story, I would love to read that, and I know Dan would too. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again soon.